Hey yo, so I'm on a mission to make South African streets look better, and this is my first attempt. But before we start, can you please remember to leave a like and subscribe, or you can visit my Twitch, which is SwandyZA, or will be in the link in the description. So I just took a random image from the internet going from Pretoria, which is the place I live in. I don't live in the street specifically, but I just took an image from the internet, and if you want me to 3D model your street, then just type your street in the description below. So what I started first of all is I started blocking out the image. I first tried to align it with the original image, but it didn't work out, so I just like, screw it, I'm just gonna make this look better. I'm not gonna try to spend like 24 hours trying to just get the line up. But here is the block out. I started with the button on the right, then move on to the button on the left, and then I just added like a few extra buttons that I think would look good in the distance. It might not fit the reference completely, but it is what I've planned on doing just to make it look better and just get a better feel of how the space would be. After doing that, I've modeled a few basic cars for placeholders so that I can just know that I am going to add some cars. After doing that, I've extruded the sides of the street just to get up, because I was planning to add like some neon lights over there to make it look better, and I wasn't in the mood to paint it manually as a texture map. After that, I started with doing the robots, as what we call it here in South Africa. We know it's traffic lights, but here in South Africa we call it robots because it's just easier. Then I've blocked out the taxi, which will later turn into a bus. And after doing that, I just add a few extra buildings at the back, which probably would be deleted later, but for now it is what it is. After doing that, I've extruded the building on the right and want to start doing more detail to the building, because I'm gonna work from building to building for building instead of working on everything together. So here's the building. I've just extruded a few parts inwards and a few outwards, adding a sign over there, trying to line the camera a little bit better up, but that's just the process of the whole thing. Now after that, I just got an idea from making like a train at the back. I don't know why, I think I just got inspired from watching a YouTube video of somebody doing a neon city thing, and I just think like, why don't I just add a train? And no, I'm not gonna do like the whole train trail and whatnot, because you're not gonna be seeing the rest, so I just do the basic. Then I wanted to move on to a little bit more modeling to the building on the left, which would completely change later in the line, because I just wasn't satisfied with the look I've gotten. After that, I've modeled a post, or I don't know what it's called, but it's like a bus stop for like where the bus stops. I don't know if it's popular in Japan or whatnot, but I've decided just to add it because I think it looked cool. After doing that, I just started modeling a Lamborghini, which if you want to watch the whole video on how I modeled it or speed model it, it's in the link in the description. But after modeling all that, I just imported it into a scene, trying to get a better placement, rotating it, scaling it, appearing to empty, because it's just gonna be easier to move the whole model with a empty, and then I delete the blockouts and then add Lamborghini there. Then what I do after that, I just duplicate the first Lamborghini and just change the colors. After that, I went into detail with the bus stop. I'm not gonna show the whole process, it's just quite simple. I just texture it and whatnot. After texturing the basics, I just went on to adding the 2D images. I'm not good with 2D art, but it is what it is, so I just modeled like a basic bus sign, whatnot, for like an advertisement, and just trying to get a decent look out of it so it doesn't look like just a complete flat plane. Then I just added to the poster on the bus stop and place it in the scene correctly. After all that is done, I went on to going on with the robot or slash traffic light. Later I changed the design a little bit because I've got a lot of feedback from people and they said they didn't like the look of it, so I just changed the lighting and a few shapes here and there, trying to line it up better and import into the scene and get it placed in place. now I've moved on to adding the floor for the street. Just went onto texture.com or whatnot, trying to get a decent image. Obviously I could have like drawn it, but like in my experience I just wasn't in the mood for that. I'm gonna add the neon lights to make it look better. And one thing I've totally forgot about is that we drive on the left side of the road, and I wanted the Lamborghinis to face the front of the camera to show that the Lamborghini is driving in the left lane. Because another thing is I also don't want to show the back of the Lamborghini, because that didn't look good. After that, it's just a few touches here and there to get like the blue neon look, which I really enjoy. Then I modded the bus, but I'm not gonna show the process for that. I just imported it into the scene, get the right color. I just used the bus texture and changed a few variables here and there to make it look a little bit metallic. Also the lights, I changed it to red. Now it's onto the cool building on the left. Now I start off adding a triangle poster over here, and note this is my first time using Substance Painter, so it might not look good. I tried to learn it because it's so freaking amazing. You can like model everything so quickly, so I just modeled over there. Now it's onto the letters, or what I should put on the poster. I couldn't think of like really good ideas, so I just said sushi and use Google Translate to get the symbols for that. And then what I do is I just make the symbols with curves, add some neon lights, and also add a text mesh or whatever you want to call it, extrude it, and just make it blue to look like a moon, to add a little bit of contrast, that everything is not just blue, because otherwise it probably would look like just a little bit boring. And then it's to the building itself. I again added it to Substance Painter, add a few concrete buildings. To be honest, until now I'm still not satisfied with the roof of this building. I just couldn't think of a greater idea. Since I'm new to Substance Painter, so I don't know the tools and the capabilities of it yet, or the full functionalities. I just went with this basic boring brick design, just to add, like, make it look a little bit better. I just add the neon lights to fit better with the theme. Now it's onto the building at the back. I just wanted to make it look a little bit cool, so I was inspired by the searching on neon streets, and I saw an image from Tokyo, I think it is, which the building has like this curve and it's not like a full rectangle. I was really inspired by that, but I just added a little bit few touches to avoid not just copyright, but just in general, just to make it look better. Then I unwrapped the whole object and put it again into Substance Painter. So all I did in Substance Painter is add the concrete, which I changed later to metal, I think it was. But I'll just skip through that whole process because it was quite time consuming. But I wasn't satisfied with the glass, so I went into Blender and just add my glass texture that I've used in previous projects. After that I've moved on to the bridge, which I honestly think was quite cool, to be honest. And I was planning to like model the whole train, but I'm like, why waste so much time if I can just use the bus and change a few things here and there, like the glass, for instance, and just make it shine a little bit. And I didn't know what to do with the back, so all I do is I just duplicate the building at the right, because I don't want that empty space to be over there. Then I wanted to add like stars at the back, but I just couldn't get the variables correctly. I've used stars in the back as HDRI in the past. For some reason, even if I copied the same variables, I just couldn't get a right look for it. So all I did is just added the back plane at the back, just to because you don't want a gray image at the back, otherwise you can see it's just empty space and it's quite obvious. Changed also a few variables at the back to make it look better. And I wasn't satisfied with cycles, because there was a few things I liked about cycles, but there's also a lot of things I didn't like the brightness at the left and a few things here and there. I just could have changed the emission of the things that I didn't like, but I was just like, why do all that effort and then I want to use this for a game engine and I have to go back to Eevee and change it anyway. But yeah, this is the final render of the image. Thanks for watching. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe, or you can just visit my Twitch, which is SwandyZA, also link in description. Thanks for watching.